everyone. Welcome back to Hannah Daily English. I'm so happy you're here with us today.
Hey there, everyone. It's great to be back. How are you doing today, Hannah?
I'm doing great. I was talking to a friend this morning, and she said, I might go to the gym later, or I may just stay home. And I thought, perfect. That's exactly what we're talking about today.
Oh, that's so perfect. May and might, they're such useful words, but they can be really confusing for English learners.
They really can. I remember my students would always ask me, what's the difference between may and might? When do I use each one?
Exactly. And honestly, even native speakers sometimes use them interchangeably without really thinking about it. But there are some differences and specific ways to use them.
You know what's interesting? These are called modal verbs, and they help us talk about possibility, permission, and probability. We use them all the time in everyday English.
Oh, absolutely. Just think about how often we say things like, it might rain tomorrow, or may I ask you a question? These are super common expressions.
So today, we're going to break it all down for you. By the end of this episode, you're going to know exactly how to use may and might confidently in your conversations.
That's right. We'll cover when to use each one, the differences between them, and we'll give you tons of real-life examples.
And here's my question for you, our wonderful listeners. Do you use may and might in your English, or do you avoid them because they're confusing? Leave a comment below and let us know.
Yes, please do. And if you're getting value from this podcast, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to Hannah Daily English. It really helps us create more content for you.
All right, are you ready to master may and might?
Let's do this.
Okay, let's start with the most common way we use may and might to talk about possibility. When something is possible but not certain, we use these words.
Great starting point. So the structure is really simple. Subject plus may or might plus base verb. For example, I might go to the party, or she may call later.
Exactly. Notice we don't add to after may or might. We don't say, I might to go. That's wrong. It's just, I might go.
Good point. So let's look at some examples. It might rain tomorrow. This means there's a possibility of rain, but we're not sure.
Right. Or, I may be late to the meeting. Again, it's possible, but not certain.
Here's a question I get all the time. What's the difference between may and might when talking about possibility?
Ooh, great question. Honestly, in most cases, they're basically the same. You can use either one. I may go and I might go mean almost the same thing.
That's true. But some people say might sounds a little less certain than may. So I might go could suggest you're less likely to go than I may go.
Yes, but it's a very subtle difference, and most native speakers don't really think about it. In everyday conversation, you can use them interchangeably.
Exactly. Let me give you more examples. He might come to dinner, or he may come to dinner. Both are fine.
We might watch a movie tonight, or we may watch a movie tonight. Again, both work perfectly.
Now, what about negative forms? How do we make these negative?
Great question. For negative, we say may not or might not. We can also use the contraction mightn't, but that's pretty rare.
Right. So I might not go to the party means it's possible I won't go.
She may not answer the phone means it's possible she won't answer.
Important note, we never say mayn't. That's not a word in modern English.
Good point. Stick with may not for the negative.
Now, listeners, let's practice. Think about your plans for this weekend. Say out loud, I might or I may, and add what you might do.
Yes. For example, I might visit my parents this weekend, or I may go shopping on Saturday.
Perfect practice. Write your sentence in the comments, too. We want to see what you might do this weekend.
Okay, quick review. May and might for possibility are basically interchangeable. Use them to talk about things that are possible but not certain.
And remember, subject plus may or might plus base verb. No to after the modal verb.
All right, now let's talk about a different use for may, asking for permission. This is a really important one.
Yes, when you want to ask if something is allowed, you can use may. For example, may I use your phone?
Exactly. This is very polite and formal. The structure is may plus subject plus base verb.
Right, so may I sit here? May I ask a question? May I come in?
These are all very polite ways to ask for permission. You'll hear this in more formal situations.
Now, here's an important point. We typically use may for permission, not might. You wouldn't say, might I use your phone? That sounds really old-fashioned and strange.
Yes, that's like something from a Shakespeare play. In modern English, we use may for permission questions.
Exactly. So when asking permission, use may. When talking about possibility, use may or might.
Great distinction. Now, when you answer a permission question, you can say, yes, you may, or no, you may not.
Right. For example, if someone asks, may I leave early today? You can respond, yes, you may. Or, no, you may not. We have a meeting.
Although, honestly, in casual conversation, people often just say, yes, of course, or sure, or no, sorry.
That's true. Yes, you may can sound a bit formal or stiff in everyday situations.
Now, let's compare may with can for permission. What's the difference?
Ooh, good question. Both can be used for permission, but may is more formal and polite than can.
Exactly. May I use the bathroom is more formal than can I use the bathroom?
In a business meeting or formal situation, you'd say, may I make a suggestion? In a casual conversation with friends, you'd probably say, can I make a suggestion?
Perfect examples. So may equals more formal and polite, can equals more casual and everyday.
Here are some common may permission phrases you'll hear. May I help you in stores? May I have your attention in announcements?
May I speak with you for a moment in professional settings? May I introduce myself at networking events?
These are all very polite, formal expressions.
Now, listeners, practice this. Imagine you're in a formal situation. How would you ask to borrow a pen? Try saying it out loud.
That's right. You'd say, may I borrow your pen? Not, might I borrow your pen?
Perfect. Write in the comments one thing you might ask permission for using may. Practice making it sound polite and formal.
Great practice. Remember, may for permission is formal and polite. It's perfect for professional situations.
Now, let's talk about something that confuses a lot of learners, using may and might to talk about the past.
Yes, this is tricky. We can use might have and may have to talk about past possibilities.
Exactly. The structure is subject plus may or might plus have plus past participle.
So, for example, he might have gone home already. This means it's possible he went home, but we're not sure.
Right. Or she may have forgotten about the meeting. Again, it's a possibility in the past.
They might have missed the bus means it's possible they missed it.
And again, may have and might have are basically interchangeable here. Both mean the same level of possibility about the past.
Exactly. I may have left my keys at home, and I might have left my keys at home. Both are fine.
Now, we can also use may and might to make polite suggestions or give advice indirectly.
Oh, yes. Instead of giving direct advice, we can say, you might want to, or you may want to.
For example, you might want to call him back is a gentle suggestion. It's softer than saying you should call him back.
Right. You may want to check your email is more polite than check your email.
This is really useful in professional settings when you want to give advice without sounding bossy.
Absolutely. You might want to review this report again. Sounds much nicer than review this report again.
We also use may and might in conditional sentences sometimes. For example, if it rains, we might stay home.
Or, if you need help, you may call me anytime.
These show possible results or outcomes based on a condition.
Here's another use. We can use may to express wishes or hopes, especially in formal writing, like, may you have a wonderful birthday.
Or, may all your dreams come true. This is quite formal and poetic.
You'll see this in greeting cards or formal speeches.
Now, listeners, let's practice the past form. Think about yesterday. What's something you're not sure about? Say, I might have or I may have.
For example, I might have left the light on at home, or I may have eaten too much for lunch.
Perfect examples. Share yours in the comments.
Remember, might have and may have for past possibilities. You might want to practice this. See what I did there?
Okay, now let's talk about common mistakes people make with may and might. And trust me, these are super common.
Oh yes, even advanced learners make these mistakes, so don't feel bad if you've made them too.
Absolutely. Mistake number one is adding to after may or might. I hear this all the time. I might to go shopping.
Yes, that's incorrect. Remember, may and might are modal verbs. We never use to after modal verbs.
Exactly. So I might call you, not I might to call you. She may come, not she may to come.
Perfect. Mistake number 2 is using might for permission. Remember, we talked about this.
Right. Don't say, might I use your phone? That sounds very old-fashioned and unnatural.
Use may for permission. May I use your phone? Or, if you want to be more casual, use can. Can I use your phone?
Exactly. Might is for possibility, not permission.
Mistake number 3 is confusing might have with might of. I see this mistake a lot in writing.
Oh, yes. People hear might of, the contraction, and think it's might of, but that's completely wrong.
It's might have, not might of. I might have forgotten, not I might of forgotten.
The contraction might of sounds like might of when we speak quickly, but in writing, it's always have.
Same with may have, never may of.
Mistake number 4 is using the wrong verb form after may or might.
Right. We use the base form of the verb, not the ing form or past tense. So I might go, not I might going or I might went.
Exactly. She may help, not she may helping or she may helped.
The only exception is when we're talking about the past, then we use may or might have plus past participle.
Right. I might have gone is correct for past possibility.
Okay, last common mistake, using may not or might not when you mean can't or mustn't.
Ooh, good one. So you may not park here means it's not allowed. That's correct.
But if you mean something is impossible, you should use can't. She can't be at home. I just saw her at the store.
Right. Don't say she may not be at home if you know for sure she's not there. May not means there's a possibility she's not there.
So may not or might not means possibly not. Can't means definitely not, impossible.
Great distinction. Listeners, have you made any of these mistakes? It's totally normal. The important thing is to learn from them.
Exactly. Now you know what to watch out for.
All right, everyone, time to practice. Let's do some quick exercises. Which is correct? I might to go or I might go.
It's I might go. No to after modal verbs. What about asking permission formally? May I leave early or might I leave early?
May I leave early? We use may for permission, not might. Here's another. I might have forgot or I might have forgotten.
I might have forgotten. We need the past participle after have. And what about she can't be home or she may not be home?
If you're certain she's not there, say she can't be home. If you're unsure, say she may not be home.
Excellent practice, everyone. Now let's recap what we learned today.
First, we learned may and might for possibility. They're basically interchangeable. Use them to talk about things that are possible but not certain.
The structure is simple. Subject plus may or might plus base verb, like I might call you later or it may rain tomorrow.
Second, we learned may for permission. Use may to ask politely if something is allowed. May I sit here? May I ask a question?
Remember, may is more formal than can, and never use might for permission in modern English.
Third, we covered past possibilities with may have and might have. She might have left already, or they may have missed the train.
And we learned about using may and might for polite suggestions. You might want to check that email.
Plus, we talked about common mistakes. No to after may or might. It's might have, not might of. Use the base verb form.
And remember the difference between may not, possibly not, and can't, definitely not, impossible.
Now it's your turn to practice. Write a sentence using may or might in the comments below. Tell us something you might do this week.
For example, I might try that new restaurant, or I may visit my friend on Saturday. We read every comment.
Don't worry about being perfect, just try. Making mistakes is part of learning, and that's totally okay.
If this episode helped you understand may and might better, please like this video and share it with friends who are learning English.
And don't forget to subscribe to Hannah Daily English. We create new lessons every week to help you speak English more confidently.
You can also leave us suggestions in the comments. What grammar topics confuse you? What would you like us to teach next?
We love your feedback. It helps us create better content for you.
Remember, learning English is a journey. You might not get everything perfect right away, and that's completely normal.
The important thing is to keep practicing and keep trying. Every time you use may or might, you're getting better.
We believe in you. You're doing an amazing job.
Keep practicing these modal verbs in your daily conversations. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel.
You've got this.
All right, everyone. Until next time, keep practicing your English.
And remember, you may not be perfect yet, but you might surprise yourself with how much you've already learned.
Love that.
See you next time. Bye.